Karen from Simply Stride. I might be a little bit early, I couldn't quite see the time. I've got Claire with me, my sister. We're keeping our distance, obviously, to make sure this works in the best way. We are here in my local little green park, and the streets are actually really quiet here, so we're not going to come across any crowds, and obviously we're going to do our best to keep that distance with people that are coming towards us. So sorry if I might go off a little bit and you might not see me so well. So yeah, when you're connecting with us, please. Oh, hi Steph, hi, how are you? Thanks for connecting. Yeah, so obviously I will be asking for your comments to see how we're doing. What I'm going to do is just start doing an intro now, and then we're going to leave some time in about 10 minutes for you to send your comments in to see how you're receiving this, and if I'm being clear enough with my instructions. Yeah, let's see what happens. So please comment so that I know that you're watching. I know I've got 3 people watching at the moment, but I can only see one of you actually that's commented to know who you are. So yes, it'd be lovely to hear from you. Okay, so what we're going to do is just making sure that you're in a nice space, that you're not in a busy field or a busy park, because that's something obviously that we really want to avoid at the moment. And we are not going on the seafront today, we're just staying fairly local, and we'll start moving. So hopefully you can hear me. We're going to start off with our basic techniques to make sure that you're all okay. Send any questions in, like I say, and I thought it was just nice to do a little bit of an intro before we start to make sure that you're set up. So yeah, please comment so that I know who you are. I know I've got about 7 of you now, so that's brilliant stuff. Oh, hi Natalie, nice to see you. Joined us, thank you. And Emma, brilliant, lovely to see you. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to set off in a moment, and we're going to head off for about 15 minutes. And I thought actually the easiest way of doing this is to head off for 15 minutes and then literally retrace our steps, so that we all come back to our start point in about half an hour, and then we can do some stretches or some mindfulness. I've got all sorts of messages coming in now. Thanks Emma for joining, really lovely to see you join us there. Please comment, and then I know who's actually striding with us today. So okay, so we're going to set off now. I'm going to make sure that I don't get too near to Claire. Okay, so we're walking off now, and setting off. We're looking for you to take maybe a 15-minute stride with us out, and then a 15-minute back, and then we'll do some stretches all together. Okay, so keep those comments coming in. In about 5 or 10 minutes, I'm just going to get you to... hi Mark, great that you're watching, brilliant stuff. Claire's leading the way here, and I'm going to just switch it over to Claire if you're actually watching the film, or another time you're watching the film, because she's kind of my stride model in how to do this well as I coach you. So I'm just going to turn it around. Okay, so what I want you to do now, let's start our proper stride session. I just want you to think about walking tall. I want you to think about lengthening through the spine, and just really just gently lifting out of your hips. So just lifting out of the hips. What happens when you lift out of the hips? You can feel your stomach muscles switching on a little more. And what happens there is that your stability muscles are working well, making you feel actually a little bit stronger in the body. So lifting out of those hips, and then just sliding the shoulder blades down the back. What that does is by sliding those shoulder blades down the back, you start to then bring your strength, your stability central to your belly button. I'm guessing you're feeling a little stronger. And then what happens when you slide those shoulder blades down the back is that gently lengthens the neck, releasing that tension in the neck, and then just allowing that breath to flow. Try not to change or manipulate the breath at all. You're just allowing that breath to flow. Walking tall. So what happens here is that as you're lengthening through that spine, you're just making that space in the spine, allowing the vertebra to be nicely aligned, allowing those shock absorbers, those discs, to work in the right way. So just allowing that breath to flow. So getting up to your natural speed, so that you get the most out of your walk today. So, and nothing, any of my coaching instructions, the ones that you're applying, making sure that it's nice and gentle, making sure that it is that nothing is gripping or clenching. Everything should feel quite fluid. Fantastic, I've got up to nearly 20 people now watching with us. Hope you're all out and about. I'm sorry that the view today isn't quite as nice as the park. For those that are watching us in our local streets, we just wanted to keep it nice and quiet with our stride today. Obviously not wanting to come across anybody and keeping that social distance. So just allowing that breath to flow, keeping that length in that spine, the shoulder blades dropping down the back. Hi Lisa, thanks for joining, brilliant stuff. Okay, now I want you to start working with those feet. I want you to think about pressing through the toes as you're walking along. Hi Dad, nice to see you. Okay, so pressing through those feet, pressing through the toes. What you're doing is that you're trying to resist heel striking, trying to land on your mid-heel, not the back of the heel, mid-heel, and then rolling through and pushing off the toes. It's as if you're kind of using your roller boots, remember the stoppers on the front, and trying to push off those toes. You might find that you have a little bit more momentum now. Okay, keeping that length in that spine, that breath flowing. So let's just talk about the stomach. If you take your navel into your spine now to 100%, then that's as hard as obviously you can make it. And now I want you to relax it to about 25%. Okay, so allow that stomach to relax to about 25%. That's where you should be whilst you're walking along, while you're moving along. Okay, so again, nothing should feel gripping or clenching. Should feel nice and fluid. Allow that breath to flow. So how are you all doing? Hope you're doing okay. Nice to be outside. I think it may be next week we won't be able to get out here, so let's enjoy this weather while we can. So pressing through those toes will start to spread out. And really feel your big toe, your middle toe and your little toe engaging with the floor, grounding you and propelling you along. We're just coming up to some work guys here. Let's cross over, yeah, let's avoid most of them on this side. Okay, so rolling through those feet, pushing off the toes. Sorry, forgive me. We're just working around some of the guys doing some of the local bushes here. Okay, so nice and long through that spine again. Allow that breath to flow. I want you to think about now where your head placement is, ensuring that your head is above your hips and your ribs, if that makes sense, that your head is not too far forward. Thanks. Okay, but really using the way that you use your vision and the way that you think about the way that you're looking at things is to looking into the horizon, looking into the distance, rather than actually looking down or looking upwards. I know it sounds a bit bizarre, but when you're looking down on the floor, you're connecting with your feelings, you're not staying in the moment. And when you are looking upwards, you're connecting with memories as well, which can be emotional. Whereas looking around you, really noticing the things around you, you are connecting with here and now, getting the best escape you can at the moment. Okay, so what I want to do is just stop for a moment, if that's okay, in a moment, and I would like you to send in some comments to see how it's going, see how you're feeling, and really what you are getting out of the session. Okay, so I'm just going to stop now. Please send in your comments to see how you're feeling, so that I know how you're getting on. That means just typing away in the comment section. Well, I'm feeling a bit breathless. I think Claire was speeding along then. We'll start talking about your effort rates in a moment. So please send in your comments. Is it working for you? Is it making a difference in your walking? It really is beautiful down here today. I'm not seeing your comments. So I'm taking it that you may just all be okay. Oh, yeah, good to escape. Brilliant, Steph. That's good. Okay, excellent. Is everybody hearing me okay? Hearing me okay? Anything else? How many of you are actually outside walking and how many are just walking and watching from at home? Brilliant, Natalie. Okay, that's great. Hi, Patricia. Nice to see you. Nice to see you watching. Yes, Lisa, that's right. Oh, your calves are sore already. Okay, okay. Hopefully that will help you then after your run this morning. Okay, good. Let's loosen up. Okay, so let's set off again. When you're ready, setting off again. Okay, so rolling through those feet, pushing off the toes. Oh, great, Lisa. Okay. Oh, okay, Dad, you're doing it around the garden. Brilliant. Brilliant. Oh, okay, so the 4G's a bit hit and miss. Okay. Okay, so hopefully you'll reconnect with me, Steph. Okay, brilliant stuff. All right, thank you. Okay, let's go back to our techniques. Okay, so as you're rolling through and pushing off those toes, what you're doing is you're starting to make the feet a little stronger. Obviously, hi Sandra, brilliant, you're walking around the garden as well, fantastic. Okay, so rolling through those feet, pushing off the toes, you are making those feet stronger. Some of you with that have foot problems, actually this will help it because they're moving in the best way they can be. So really engaging those toes into the floor. Please let me know if you're feeling any aches or pains that you shouldn't be. Perhaps you might want to comment at the end of the film so we can deal with those next. It's really important that you shouldn't be, and we need to obviously fix those. But really, for those of you that are joining me for the first time, your muscles need to condition to actually to work for you in this way. Obviously, you're using muscles that you haven't used for a while for this purpose. But when we set you off and using your stomach in the right way, we're using the muscles, the right muscles to stabilise with, and then the arms and the legs we're now moving with in the right way. Sonia, brilliant. Oh, lovely to see that you're watching. Thank you. Okay, so let's stack you all up again. Nice and long through that spine. Engaging that cylinder that we talk about, which is your natural corset as you lift out to the pelvis. You are rolling through those feet, pushing off the toes. And now what we're going to do is add in your arms. So what I want to do is, and I will come round to the side of Claire, is show you that you're taking the elbows back to their furthest point. Okay, taking the elbows back to that furthest point as you're moving along. Okay, so the next thing you can do now is move those arms a little quicker to take that pace up. Brilliant stuff. And then we're going to head off to the right, Claire. Okay, so you'll probably notice that your arms now have created a quicker movement for you. You're starting to get maybe more of a cardio outcome for yourselves. Okay, so yeah, and starting to move those arms nice and strong. Keep that length in that spine again. And I'm just going to be quiet for a little while after I stack you up. So lengthening through the spine. Moving those arms nice and strong, pushing off those toes. So you can use this for your general running technique as well. Obviously it's not for sprinting because you'll be on your toes, but generally to keep you safe in your running, it's really good. Brilliant, Patricia, you're standing and just doing the arm movements. Great, because that will work. That's good. That's a really good cardio exercise as well. Brilliant stuff. Okay, so keep going with those techniques. We're going to start heading back now. I think, yep, start heading back now to your original meet place, wherever you started from. We're going to be covering our tracks back so that we arrive back to do some stretches, our usual side stretches that we do at the end of the session. Next week we are anticipating perhaps not being able to go outside, and we will be doing some exercises with you in the garden if we can't, which will be actually a good opportunity so that when we're hopefully back outside, all of us, I will easily be able to coach those exercises during our stride together too. Hope you can hear me okay with the wind. So let's stack it up again, nice and long through that spine. Lifting out of the hips. So while you're lifting out of the hips, you're taking that body weight out of the hips. So should be able to relieve a little knee or hip discomfort whilst you're doing that. If you're finding you're feeling it perhaps in your back a little, slightly tuck that bottom under and you might find that relieves any back ache there. Okay, and if you're finding that you have some neck tension, you might be finding that you're trying to hold your head up too much, bringing your head up and backwards too far. So just relieve that. So just allowing that breath to flow. I want you to think now about, we're coming up to the gardeners again, so you might hear it a little bit less, but try to think about relaxing the stomach a little more, allowing that breath, sounds bizarre, to go down to your feet. This allows you to relax the stomach and allows that deeper breath, because when we have tension and stress, we tend to keep that, sorry about this noise, but hopefully you can still hear me. We tend to keep that stress in the stomach, and we tend to have a shorter breath, a more limited breath. But if we relax the stomach and focus on taking the breath down to the feet, that should help you take that deeper breath, which will bring some calm to your body and to your mind. You can if you like. It's all going on around here. You can if you like. Let's just get past this noisy blower. You can, if you like, visualise a ribbon of air, the ribbon of air flowing into the body, maybe a golden ribbon of air drawing in, and then a silver ribbon of air as you blow that air out, release that breath. And having that visualisation of lengthening that ribbon allows you to lengthen that breath as you're walking along, which obviously is really great for the muscles because you're needing that oxygen to get the muscles to work really well. Just wondering if you have noticed the change in your muscles since you've been out, and perhaps the change in your focus. Obviously, while you're doing the exercises with us today, you are focusing just on you rather than perhaps your family needs. All of us are really supporting our families, those emotions, especially with perhaps the children and our parents, supporting in all directions. So to come out and do this is just so important, just for you, so that you feel full up of the good stuff, so that you can pass it on. So that breath flowing still, back to the ribbon there. Nicely pushing through those toes. And now taking those arms back, those elbows back a little further. So let's just talk about those stress levels. So what happens is that whilst you're in the state of stress, it's for you to, and I know these are things that you already know, I'm sure, for you to be able to fight or run away from something. So all of your blood goes to your muscles to do that. It means that your body is unable to fight disease, most importantly for now, isn't able to digest food well and get the right nutrition. It means that you are reactive, so your support for your friends and your family will be limited because you are reactive rather than proactive, making logical decisions, practical decisions, rather than making those reactive ones. You probably notice that everybody is a little more fraught and anxious with each other. So what you're doing now is you're taking your body into a passive state where you are reconnecting with yourself. You are starting to take a deeper breath. You are now sending your blood to other parts of your body, and your well-being is more settled, which means that you can do all of the other things other than just thinking you need to run away from something or fight it. So you're more equipped to deal with our present day situation. Hi Lisa, lovely to see you. Oh, and what does your... Oh, she's in the garden watching it, so that's brilliant stuff. Okay, so back to that technique again, rolling through the feet, pushing off the toes. I am going to turn it around so that you can see the view again rather than me. So blue sky. So really connecting with the everything around you now, noticing perhaps your surroundings, and actually it's quite a joy being outside. It's so lovely and quiet, really. It's fantastic. Okay, taking the elbows back, and we're probably just a few minutes away now from coming to our start point. Allowing that breath to flow. You probably noticed that your body rhythms have changed, that your breath, obviously we've been going at quite a pace here on the pavement, but it might be a little different where you might be on uneven ground, but how your breath has changed, how your muscles have changed, and how your heart rhythm is different. Also perhaps when we stop, just focus on what's happening in your mind, whether your mind has become a little more calm. Let's just see. So when we get back to our meet point, our start point, it'd be great to get some comments back from you. Hopefully I haven't rambled on too much. During our ongoing sessions, I will make sure that you have quiet space of time just to kind of like be you and just to enjoy your technique as well. Okay, here we are just reaching our meet point. So we'll just stop for a couple of minutes. Please send in your comments to us. Let us know if it's been helpful, whether you've noticed any changes. I know that some of you are new or haven't been able to join us for a while or have moved, and so have kind of come back to us just to enjoy this time together. It'd be lovely to get your comments, perhaps how we can shape it differently next time. Okay, so we're back at our start point. I don't know how that's worked out for you guys, but we'll just wait just for maybe a couple of minutes. Really like to share some stretches with you. Okay. Well done, Claire.
Well done, everybody.
Oh dear. Okay, just let us know how you just let us know how you got on. Hopefully you're all getting back to your start point now. Send in your comments. It'll be lovely to hear from you because it seems quite strange talking at a screen. Obviously it'd be nice to hear from your comments a bit later if you like as well. Okay, I think you're all being a little bit shy, but that's all right. Okay, Claire and I will do some stretches together then. Okay, so what we're going to do is put Claire on the spot now because we haven't talked about this. This is quite funny. We're going to ragdoll. Going to ragdoll stretch. So, okay, stand in with, oh, brilliant, brilliant. Oh, thanks, Patricia, great motivation. Out for a walk when you finish. Brilliant stuff. Oh, great, great. That's brilliant, Steph. So you're back to the start. Thank you. Okay, so I'm taking it both, most of you are back to the start, if not just at a place where, oh, okay, Lisa, you didn't turn around halfway. Oh, that's okay though. That's no problem. Okay, that's fine, Lisa. You can join us another time. That's no problem at all. So if you want to stretch with us now, great. If you want to go back to them another time, that's fine. And obviously you can send this on to friends who might want to do it in their own times. That's no problem at all. Okay, so let's do these stretches. So nice and feet hip distance apart. You are nice and long through that spine. Claire, my model here is brilliant. So softening the knees, making sure that they're not locked. Okay, and then Sheila, hi, lovely to see you, brilliant stuff. Okay, dropping the shoulder blades down the back, just allowing that breath to come and go, just getting that head centrally balanced. We're just doing our stretches, Sheila, because I think you might have just joined us. So okay, and then what we're going to do now is just roll that spine down, chin to chest, roll the spine down, vertebra by vertebra, allowing the arms to hang. As the weight of the head, the arms, the rib cage, lengthen the spine, allowing that spine to stretch. Allow that breath to flow. Okay, being nice and gentle with the body. Come out of it if you feel as though, this one looks quite dynamic, but actually you can be very gentle, and it's probably our strider's favourite stretch. Allow that head to hang. Gently pressing through the toes to lengthen the back of the legs. I'm just going to take the focus off of Claire for a moment because that's not very fair. Okay, so you're going to press through the feet to lengthen the back of the legs, to feel that hamstring stretch, that breath to flow. Just wondering how your E-pieces worked out. Was that okay? Hopefully it was okay. Okay, that breath to flow. Stay hanging there, stay hanging there. We stretch for quite a while. Okay, brilliant stuff. Take another couple of breaths that are right for you. I'm just going to show you the local area while Claire carries on stretching. And then you press through the feet, switch those stomach muscles on, and then roll all the way up to the start point, vertebra by vertebra, restacking the spine. Excellent. Rolling the shoulders, dropping the shoulder blades down the back. I hope, Rosalind, you're still with us and you've enjoyed that one, because I know you like that one as well. Okay. Okay, so the next one we're going to do is actually, Claire, do you want to come onto the tree? Oh, actually, you might not have things to hold on to, so I'm not going to do that one because that one would be a bit silly to do. So let's go from the top then. We're going to take the ear down to the shoulder to just stretch that neck. So you'll be able to do these at home, those of you that are with us. So ear down to the shoulder. So you're allowing that head to hang. You're going to get a lovely picture now in the next progression here. Steph says, thanks Claire, great demo. That was brilliant, well done. Allow that head to hang, so the ear down towards the shoulder. Feel the stretch on the opposite side of the neck. And then the funny bit is that we slightly open the mouth to progress that stretch. Sounds odd, but it works nicely. That's nice, isn't it? I'm going to show you elsewhere so you're not looking at me gawping. Allow that head to hang. And then slowly taking the head back up to the top and then down the other side. Steph saying Claire, that was good. Okay, so that head to hang, stretching the other side of the neck. Okay, and then slowly taking, opening that jaw. Hopefully you can hear me opening the jaw to allow the stretch down the side of the neck. Progressing that stretch. Head slowly back up to the top, and then taking the hands behind the bottom. So just checking on that posture. So your feet are still hip distance apart, your knees are still nice and soft, hands behind the bottom. And then what you're doing is rotating through the shoulder cuff, through the shoulders, to take the hands away from the bottom. So your hands are, you're holding your hands together, and then you're taking the arms away from your bottom to get a nice stretch through your chest. Okay, allow that breath to flow, and then taking the hands away a little further on that next breath out to release the chest, to stretch that chest, allowing that breath to flow. Okay, hands now releasing. Excellent. Okay, and I think that we will leave it there today. So I hope that all kind of helped you to get out and have something a little more structured, something different to think about. And I hope that I will be able to come out and coach you on Thursday. I will be out and about, and we will be starting off with stretches to begin with. We'll also get some kind of brain escape exercises going there as well, and otherwise known as mindfulness, but I'm not so sure about that name. And then hopefully we will come back together next week. So please let me know your comments, let us know who was actually with us watching, and if you'd like it a little different. I know that it might not be everything that you can do where you are, but I hope that even if you take some different ideas away from you and feel better afterwards, then I feel as though we've done something good for you. Okay, so that's lovely, Steph. Yes, see you Thursday. Brilliant. Okay, speak to you soon. Okay, bye.